Howdy everyone, welcome to Filmmakers Unleashed. We talk movies, shows, and everything else groovy, so we got you covered. And today I'm joined by my fellow casters Robert
Hello.
and Jaden.
Hello.
How's everyone doing? How we doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. You sound
I'm
like
good.
you've just woken up, Jaden.
That would be fucking correct.
What time is it for you? Is it like 6 a.m.?
I
6:30.
Oh,
also just
God.
woken up, actually.
You know what, Robert, Robert, hang on, what time is it? It's 9:30, Robert. It's 9:30.
Yeah, I know, but I ended up falling asleep like a bat, kind
Oh
of.
yeah? Oh yeah, were you hanging upside down?
Yeah.
I could, what, kind of like Michael Keaton's Batman in that movie where he hangs upside down like a bat.
Yeah.
See, that would actually be really terrifying for Robert, because Robert gives off the kind of, he doesn't give off a Batman vibe, he gives like a Nosferatu vibe. That's, I can imagine, the vibe that you give off while you're sleeping, Robert.
I would agree or disagree, except I don't know who you're talking about.
You know who Nosferatu is? He's like the main Dracula kind of guy. We're going off topic. Anyways,
Yeah.
I just
Yes,
finished,
we are.
I just finished, before we get into what we're actually talking about, I'll just, what I've been up to, I just finished watching the new Predator movie, and you know what, I can be as loud as I want, I'm going to be home alone for the next 2 days, so... The new Predator movie was so good. It was... I was honestly blown away by it, actually. It was everything I've ever wanted from the Predator franchise to, one, be actually good, two, be different, and three...
Just be a good film.
Just be a good film,
Well,
exactly.
wanted.
I was really, really impressed by it as well. It's one of those movies where it's not too slow paced. It's perfectly paced. And
Would you say it was a mistake to just make a streaming service exclusive then?
Yes, because it's one of those films that I know for a fact it's going to be like, it's going to have a cult following and barely anyone's going to know about it. Because I put in the group chat
Yeah.
beforehand, I was like, just put in the
Group chat.
new... the group chat. I just put watching the new Predator movie. And our buddy Dusty was like, hey, wait, there's a new Predator movie? So they should have put it straight out in cinemas.
Yeah.
You know?
From what I remember, there was only like one trailer, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Like, was that one or two?
Yeah, more fucking promotional material, please.
I barely saw any marketing for it, absolutely. I saw nothing. So, hang on, let me have a drink. Robert, you explain the first thing that we're talking about today.
Oh, well, obviously we're talking about the cancellation of the Batgirl movie.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on it?
I'm upset.
Yeah.
I don't think the movie was going to be a great masterpiece,
Mm.
but I did want to see it.
Yeah, me too. It was, I remember...
Yeah, it's fucking terrible
Yeah.
that it got cancelled.
I remember I was sitting in a restaurant with my parents, and I was sitting there scrolling through Twitter, and you know, at the minute we get like constant news or something that's been happening on. I was sitting there refreshing Twitter, thinking, "Oh, I really wish there's some sort of news or something right now." And the moment that thought came into my brain,
Oh, we
I
got
refreshed.
fucking news, alright.
Yeah, it was just the thing is, I see what the new CEO's doing, but I can't help but be disappointed the fact that the entire thing is filmed, and yet they cancel it when it's meant to be out. Like, what is it, like? It's either December this year or like what, early 2023, something like that. It's
Something
just,
like that.
it just feels such a shame and such a disservice to the entire cast, the crew, the directors. It's just such a disappointment.
And
Yeah.
like, it fucking sucks for like, because there's three main things.
Yeah.
In
But
general.
like, obviously is it Leslie Grace who's the
Leslie
Batgirl?
Grace, yeah.
Yeah, she won't even fucking be on it anymore. After all this time of, you know, filming and other shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Brendan Fraser.
Oh, Brendan Fraser Firefly, I completely forgot.
He would have been an awesome Firefly, and
would have been
yet,
great.
like, even like behind the scenes stuff, they did stuff for his birthday and all sorts of shit, and they fucking canned it. And then Michael Keaton's coming back as Batman. No, he ain't.
Nope, he's not. The thing, you know what I find really interesting is the fact that Warner Bros. Doesn't have a plan. Before this whole merger thing with Discovery, which I don't exactly know 100% about, I just find it really confusing because they make all this thing about Ben Affleck's Batman, and then they slowly start to push out Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck, it's really
Well,
disappointing.
I think what's happened is Ben Affleck didn't want to do any big franchise movies anymore,
Yeah.
but then they had to delay The Flash again,
Mm.
which means that Aquaman would come out before The Flash,
Mm.
but Michael Keaton was going to be in that movie.
Yeah.
And test screeners for Batgirl said people confused why Michael Keaton was in it.
Which I can imagine.
So I think we just brought Ben Affleck back to fill in the cameo that Michael Keaton was going to have in Aquaman,
Yeah.
and not necessarily they have anything big planned for the character.
Mm.
But now we don't have the Batgirl movie, and Michael Keaton's not going to be in Aquaman. The only film Michael Keaton will be in is The Flash, which likely won't have any impact after it comes out, since Discovery seems to be planning a full reboot anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, and there's another thing onto my point. So all the Ben Affleck Superman stuff, sorry, Ben Affleck Batman and all the Henry Cavill Superman stuff, that's kind of just getting slowly pushed out. And then they're kind of doing this whole thing of, you know what, how about we make Michael Keaton the current Batman of our main universe. So they're doing all this film with him and all these different projects of Michael Keaton Batman, and then the Flash is getting pushed back, and he's getting his cameo taken out of Aquaman, and then the entire Batgirl movie is not happening. So it seems like they're going, hang on, it was a really good idea to bring him back. So that before even any movies have come out, they're slowly starting to get rid of Michael Keaton's Batman, like they did with Ben Affleck's Batman. So who is Batman? Just have a plan.
Apparently no one.
If you filmed it, put it
Me,
out.
I'm Batman.
Like, yeah, because wasn't the reason they cancelled the show for Batgirl maybe because they used it as a tax write-off?
Mm.
So that they didn't...
You know what's going to confuse a whole bunch of people?
What's that? Go on then.
So, when's Aquaman supposed to come out, right?
December.
End of the year, right?
Yeah,
End of the
Avatar's
year?
gonna demolish it. Avatar's gonna just demolish that.
Oh, for sure. It's funny because, you know, Aquaman's a whole movie about water and shit, and then Avatar's like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, yeah, Aquaman 2 is supposed to come out at the end of the year, right? It's supposed...
I think so, yeah.
Around the end of the year, December, we'll go around there. Well, that's what it says, December. Anyway, you know, all the rumours of Batfleck coming back for it.
Well, it's not really.
And then... Well, not rumours, but like, you know...
Yeah.
We've seen things. And then, what's after that? Flash, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Flash
Yeah.
movie? If it doesn't get delayed every 3 weeks.
Well, yeah. What a shambles.
And then, you know, you go watch that, like, people go watch that movie, and Batfleck's not in it, but Michael Keaton's Batman is. They're going to be confused as to whose Batman is who, and, you know, who's the main one.
Yeah, it's,
I think they'd have an easier time though, because Ben Affleck is still in the Flash movie on like a bike.
yeah, he's going to the paper round.
He's gonna drive through the multiverse.
He's on a push bike. He's E.T.
I think the thing that is more that's frustrating to me is that you've got the Wonder Twins, and you've got whatever movies were. What was the other movies that DC announced that they didn't end up making? Oh yeah, there was like Cyborg.
All of them.
Yeah, yeah, basically. He's
But
got
hang
a
on.
point.
Hang on. We got to be honest here. Wonder Twins was never going to be a hit.
Oh, true, but my point is this. If they say they're going to make it, and then it gets cancelled before any writing or anything shooting, oh, that sucks, bummer, we'll get over it, moving on. But the fact that they filmed the entire thing, they've had test screenings,
that's the thing.
it's just so frustrating to me, and it's just, have you ever heard of this kind of thing where the entire thing is filmed, they've had test screenings, and yet they can the movie, like 4 or 5 months before release? When does that ever happen? When does that ever happen?
The only
It
time I
doesn't.
could see it happening is if it was in like, I don't know, the past, and they just had a flood in the studio and lost the fucking rest of the movies.
Yeah, or like the thing they
That's
did
the only time I
with
can imagine.
Toy Story 2, where they almost deleted every single copy of the movie.
That'd have been awkward.
But a fucking pregnant woman had a backup copy.
Was she pregnant with the backup copy, or was that rumors?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was a bit of a complicated relationship. It was a bit of a complicated relationship with the backups, so...
What else?
Yeah.
Did they can a few other things? What else did they can? They also canned. It was like what the second part to Scoob, and there's like a few other things as well whilst they were in development.
Yeah.
But do you know what? Do you know what? I'm pretty sure I heard though, like or saw something.
Oh yeah, what's that?
So with
Does
the
it
whole like
matter?
HBO, hate with the whole HBO Max thing,
Mm-hmm.
how they're talking about that, how they're saying, oh, gotta stop some of the original series and stuff like that. What about the fucking like the Penguin show and like the Arkham show they gotta do?
I think those are still happening. I don't think they're touching the Reeves stuff
They
people
better,
are calling it.
they better fucking not.
I think
Because that,
Reeves
made
is safe. I think you know what? I do think Peacemaker
Yeah,
season
I know
2 is
Reeves
safe.
is.
I'm
Oh
gonna-
yeah, I'm pretty
the
sure
Harley
James Gunn
Quinn
said it's
stuff.
safe.
Yeah, the thing that genuinely terrifies me is because one, okay, so they said that they're not going to focus on small scale movies, you know, do like big blockbuster crossover big event type movies, right? But the thing that really frustrates me is that the reason, and take Infinity War for example, right? The reason why that worked is because you need the small scale movies to then set up the big movies, you know? You understand why Black Panther does what he does in that movie, you understand why Captain America does in that movie because of other movies that set that up. You can't just have a big
You can
scale...
just focus on that one character, set them up, build them up, and get people to know who they
Yeah.
are before then putting them in the team.
You can't do a big crossover, big scale event when you don't have enough time to flesh out the characters. And they should have at least, if you're gonna, okay, just either released a Batgirl movie, which then sets up her thing and other things. So if they're just kind of a big level, gigantic movie event, and then Batgirl's in there, people are gonna be, hang on a second, who's this? You know what I mean? It's like you need
Yeah.
her story to then set up where she's gonna go
But-
next.
Do we even know if they plan to use Batgirl for anything in the future? 'Cause
I-
I know they've said that like they're still going to want to use her
Yeah.
for something in the future, but I don't know if that means they're going to use her as Batgirl or use her as a different character.
I really don't know. I really do not know, honestly. It's and also there's other projects like Blue Beetle because that's technically like a small scale movie, isn't it?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think that's getting put in to cinema. So I don't think they're worried about that because the only reason they got rid of Batgirl is because it wasn't going to make money because they were putting it straight to streaming.
Yeah, but
Because like from what I
yeah.
understand,
Also-
it's tested
Also,
similarly
remember with
Black Adam.
fucking Batgirl how like they had some behind the scenes shit and it was like everyone was going wild because it like sort of looked like Robin was there too.
Oh,
yeah.
you mean the paint of them, like the
Yeah, the
graffiti
the
and what-
painting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's just gone down the drain now.
I mean,
it sucks. It really fucking sucks.
It cost them what 90 million. That's almost 100 mil.
Mm.
At least release it just to get some level of money, or just do because it's just such a disservice because they've been filming for a good 5 months in like Washington or something like that. And the fact that the actors found out on the day they found out at the same time that we find out, isn't that such a disservice? How long
Yeah,
it
it's
takes to creating a
fucking
film,
Like,
You-
writing,
You watch someone who worked behind the scenes
gonna leak
is
it.
gonna get a copy of that is gonna get a copy of that movie and fucking leak the shit out of
that's
it.
like literally the only way we'll see this movie because they're legally not allowed to release it because they've thrown it away as a tax
I
write-off.
can't wait for
So they can't
Batgirl.
monetize the movie at all.
Can't wait for Batgirl.mp4 to be the greatest blockbuster of the year. That's what it's gonna be released like. It's just
Yeah.
Batgirl.mp4. It's just
You know,
so sad.
it'll be time to make movie theaters money. You grab the USB or whatever the fuck the movie's on, you find someone to plug it into at the cinema, and you charge people to come in and watch it.
Exactly.
At the minute,
There you
there's,
go, business.
there's okay. Let's just break this down, okay? Because what Warner Brothers' plan was is to do the new kind of
What was that
the
plan?
new kind. Right. Well, that kind of semi-plan. The new kind of Justice League was meant to be, hear me out, Batgirl, Supergirl, Flash, and Wonder Woman, right? So, hear me out. There's going to be no more Batgirl up until this point, right? Haven't they already said that they're going to get rid of Ezra Miller's not going to be the Flash anymore after this movie, right? So
clearly
he's out.
not.
Yeah.
Which I
Oh shit!
understand.
Wait, didn't they get rid of Supergirl too? Right?
Yeah, they announced that they're going to get
Yeah.
rid of that, and that probably the Flash movie is just going to get pushed back and pushed back, pushed back, and probably nobody's going to go watch the Flash movie anyways. And
You know
she's in
something's
it.
funny?
What's that? Go on then.
The Flash movie was first announced in 2014.
I know where
Sometime
he's going
after-
with this.
Sometime after the very first Flash episode was released, and the Flash movie now will finally release after they finish 9 seasons of the show, and that show is off the air.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Like, say what you want about the CW, but they fucking gave us DC content for like, what, 10, 20 years?
Yeah. What?
Bro, the fucking Flash movie is about to be a decade old. It's not even out yet.
Why, with all the controversy, right? Why? I know why they're not carrying a Flash movie because they've spent so much money on it. But come on, it's like, oh, Ezra, do you really need an Ezra Miller Flash movie with all the stuff that's going on? What I've heard, I reckon they might shove it straight on HBO Max, Discovery, whatever it's called, have minimal marketing for it and just put it out. They can't can it because they spent way too much money on it and they're just releasing it. But it's projects like Batgirl that there's effort put behind. I'm not saying there's effort. Okay, I'm not saying there's not effort put behind the Flash movie. I'm just saying with everything that's been going on, they choose that over the other. So it's just it really frustrates me.
Let's just say that Ezra Miller's putting effort into something else.
Yeah, breaking the law in every single country at the minute.
Bro's spending more money on bail than the fucking movie.
Is he just not he's just practicing for playing like the Reverse Flash? Is this actually what's happening?
Possibly.
Man's a whole
look. Really into method acting.
He's a fucking lunatic. He's a fucking lunatic.
He's a lunatic. He's a toon from Toontown.
Nah, he's worse. Honestly.
He's Judge Doom from Roger Rabbit.
It just frustrates me, honestly. Doesn't it really frustrate you guys? It's like, why is it...
Warner Bros. Is just frustrating in general.
I've never known a company like it. I saw something online where it was some big insider or something on Twitter, and like some high CEO of a different filming company said, "I've been in this industry for 30 years and I've never seen anything like this."
Yeah, I've seen that before as well.
It's just I've never seen the studio just do things like this. It's baffling.
Made the right decision from a business standpoint. It still taints their reputation even more.
It does, yeah.
In that shareholders meeting, he did say that, I think it's a shareholders meeting, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he did say, we're going to get a bunch of directors and creators together to make a plan. And then, obviously from that, people were going, there's a 10-year plan, because that's what they said. But that's not exactly what he said. He didn't say they had a plan. He said first they're going to get a team together, meaning that we're going to make a plan to come up with a plan.
Yeah. But at least...
Which, I don't think we're going to see that put into effect until like 2025.
It's the whole movie trope of, oh yeah, I have a plan. Oh, what's your plan? I don't know, we're going to make it up as we go.
Yeah, our plan is to make it up as we go along because we're talking shite.
And then it's somehow work.
Didn't they say that they're making DC Studios or something like that?
Yeah, which should have been made a long fucking time ago.
I thought they did that anyways. Then it's just why is it whenever Marvel makes I'm sorry, I don't want to do the big comparison game, but say Marvel made Thor 2, right? It wasn't very good. People didn't like it very much. Oh, that sucks. But we'll still keep it canon and we'll improve upon it with Ragnarok. But whenever Warner Bros. Does something, quick, get rid of it, cancel this, get rid of that, or that wasn't canon.
Delete it, get out of here.
The mistake is people not liking a movie and then just completely scrapping their plan for the next 10 years, and then having to redo everything from scratch.
Yeah,
from scratch.
And then doing that hurts projects down the line. Do you guys?
But, this isn't the first time they've said they've had a plan. Like, remember back in, when was it? Can't remember the year, but they said they had like an entire slate of films they wanted to release up to 2020.
Yeah.
And then just none of it really came true. Like, we got a second Justice League movie, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But it's just the first one.
You know what I find really funny?
What that?
The fact that most of the like the DC like animated movies and shit up to this point have been so much better than the fucking live action movies.
Right?
Yeah.
Even like the kids ones and like the Lego Batman like shorts and stuff like that have been heaps better than the fucking live action movies.
I know, man. Do you guys
I don't
honestly...
understand how
And there's and
Yeah.
and there's so much work and there's so much like more work that has been put into it. Well, to a certain extent. And it's better.
There's a plan to it. Do you guys think, because they had a big sheet of franchises that they consider profitable, right? And it feels weird hearing Warner Bros. Say that Superman is a profitable franchise, right? That feels really weird, them saying that, right? Do you guys honestly think that they'll actually do something with that? They'll actually make a plan, and if so, what do you think that plan will entail?
I think the plan will entail 3 solo movies for like, I don't fucking know actually. I don't know what they're fucking
I reckon,
gonna fucking do.
you know what?
Hey, we're gonna bother the Justice League again.
Knowing like fucking Warner Brothers and like Discovery and everything else, they're gonna follow the exact same fucking MCU.
Yeah. Which, who knows, that might be the correct thing to do, but we won't really know.
It could be, but they should have done it earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that's
Because here's
bad.
the thing, with what they're doing, the MCU is currently now building up to the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, right? And this plan that DC is coming up with won't, like, I don't see that coming into effect until like 2025 or something. Because they've got to get people on board with it, make DC Studios, then make this 10-year plan.
And they have...
And then make the movie.
And they have so many good stories to use as well.
Yeah.
Fucking like Crisis on Infinite Earths. That could have been like the whole big fucking Secret Wars or
so
bullshit.
Many big things that they could be pulling from.
But I
honestly,
do have to say,
incompetent leadership is what got me.
Yeah, I do have to say though, DC, like live action DC, does have a Batgirl's curse. Because looking at the CW's Batgirl,
was that not good?
It's terrible. And then they lost the actress like from the first season, so they got a completely different person in. Oh, Batwoman, fucking never mind.
They'll say a completely different character.
They've just got bad luck with their Bat characters. Let's face it, they just got bad luck with actors dropping out and this and this and that being cancelled. The Batgirl suit was gorgeous, wasn't it? It was so good. I loved it.
I know people have problems with it, saying, oh, it looks like a cosplay. But I'm pretty sure that it was meant to be a cosplay in-universe.
I think it was a great scene. My question is this.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. What was my question? What was I going to say?
I don't know.
What was I going to say? It was right there in my head. My thing is this. Is that I can't remember. I can't remember what I was going to say.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was going to say. I just... Do you think... Here's what I was going to say. Do you think them cancelling all their products to do essentially what I think is going to be a hard reboot of the entire DC universe? Do you think that is a good idea? And if yes, why?
I do think a hard reboot is good. Because so far, the actual cinematic universe is confusing as fuck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
What universe are we currently in? What movies are actually within continuity of each other?
Yeah.
What's canon and what's not? Like, I feel like what they should do is once they start making this, like, new, I don't know, their MCU equivalent, that will be the main universe, and then everything that's come before should get labeled as, like, Black Label or Elseworlds stories.
That's actually a pretty good point, actually.
Clear distinction between what's the main canon and what isn't. And the thing is, though, I'm wondering if they're going to reuse any of the same actors, because, like, I don't want to lose Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And some of those other actors.
Jason Momoa.
So it makes me wonder what it really makes me wonder what they're going to do with that.
That's a really good idea. And at the same time, it's got movies like, you got Peacemaker, you got The Suicide Squad, you got Wonder Woman. It's some of those, if they do a hard reboot, it would just be kind of sad to see them not being continued. Because if they do continue, great. it would be really freaking hard to fix what the hell is going on because of all the past controversies. You've got,
Yeah.
you've got...
That's why I think it will just be a hard reboot with actors as well.
And you've got actors that have a lot of controversy. You've got, Ezra fucking Miller for starters, Amber Heard, Jared Leto, a few others in there. But still, it's a hard reboot. I think that could be really, really good. I'm just really curious on the direction they're going to go with that. Would they approach Matt Reeves to be like, yo, can we use build up?
I don't think
they will do that. I don't want them to do that. I don't want them to do that.
And the whole but also like the whole excuse of like, like say for Peacemaker for example, just set it in another universe. It'll be easy to do that. No, it won't. It won't be easy to do that because you've got Aquaman and Flash played by the same fucking actors, and then you just link it all the way back to fucking like what was it? Like the Suicide Squad with Will Smith and all that. That's got Batfleck in it, so
it's just a bit of a shambles. Because if you think of the
That's
DCEU,
be a hard reboot.
yeah, if you think of the DCEU, you just think of all this slosh of just so many conflicting things that are going on.
It's so randomized and disorganized.
Yeah.
In terms
What
of
about
what the movies are coming out and just how it fits into the same continuity.
Yeah.
What about instead of a hard reboot, they do a soft reboot?
See, that's what I'm pretty sure the Flash movie was meant to be, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's why they were bringing Michael Keaton in, having Batgirl, Supergirl. But how do you do that now?
Okay, this is what we do. We have Ezra Miller's Flash die at the fucking end of the movie, and then we have the new Flash actor come in, save the day, and then there you go, the new start to a universe.
No, Warner Brothers said had like an even bigger controversy actor to be like the new Flash, and then they'd be like, oh, we gotta do it all again. Here we have
Every time there's a controversy, they reboot the universe.
Introducing Kevin Spacey as Jay Garrick.
God.
Here we have Harvey Weinstein as Iris West.
Oh my god.
It would surprise me, but the thing is that it's so
Bill Cosby,
hard.
Wally West.
I swear we did this last time. We did this last podcast. We were naming just really shady actors, and is this what we're gonna do?
We did. And then we did Dr. Goon.
Dr. Goon, it all comes full circle. Thing is,
He's the main villain.
Even for main DC fans, it's hard for them to figure out what the hell to do, and they're like hardcore because it's difficult in general to know what to do because it's such a shamble of a franchise at the minute, and I just think it's even more just kicking you when you're down when you've got like projects like Batgirl that genuinely look really, really good, and then they just cancel them when they're just so close to being finished. That's just a disrespect to the fans, disrespect to the creators.
They flush it down the shitter.
It's just, you know what I mean? It's just really, I think that just really, really annoys me because I know how hard it is to make even a short film, a full-on fucking feature-length film with Batman. It just really, really grinds me up, and I get why they've done it, so they can potentially do a hard reboot, but I'd say just release it anyways, you know, even if it's going to be like an Elseworlds thing, or it's directly not canon, release it anyways, you know, there's loads of Marvel dudes.
Not releasing it has also caused confusion amongst the fans of like, it was cancelled because it was a bad movie, because they saw it, and because like, David Zaslav was talking about how like, we only want to release movies of quality now. Which, to be honest, DC has kind of been doing.
It was getting test scores that are in the same. It was in the same level of Black Adam, and Black Adam's still coming out.
Yeah, but
then Morbius came out too.
Marketable.
Sony's making El Muerto, for God's sakes, and
I don't remember. That's my favourite character in all of Marvel and DC.
You know what? Scratch that. Welcome to the El Muerto podcast.
Did you see what Sony said about El Muerto?
Oh, please remind me. Please. I'm in for a chuckle.
I'm pretty sure, and I quote, like, they said, El Muerto is gonna be the next huge, big player, like, character in the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
It's like the whole Spider-Man universe.
Were they comparing like the Bad Bunny?
He's had 2 fucking appearances in like comics, and that's it.
When they're comparing Bad Bunny to that he's gonna be the Robert Downey Jr., it's like shut
Yeah.
the fuck up. God.
Did they actually say that?
That's what they
Yes.
said.
Yeah, they said that word for word.
God, shoot me. Actually shoot me. Sony's like, we're making shit films and we know it. We're going to release them anyways. And fuck you fans. We know that you don't like these movies. We're going to put them out anyways. Meanwhile, DC's like, we finished the film. It's completely finished. Do you want it? Too bad. We're getting completely rid of it. And at the same time, we're looking ourselves
be
up like
fair,
goons. 90
Morbius
million
gave
Also-
us some great memes.
Also, I just realized something, and people have said this before.
What's
Why
that,
the
Jaden?
fuck? So we all remember Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, right?
Great film. Loved it. Yeah. What's your point?
And do you know how he mentioned about incursions, like of how if how a character if how someone from this universe goes into another universe for so long, that universe fucking like pretty much spontaneously casts. Didn't at the end of Morbius Vulture come in?
Yeah. Oh God. Oh fuck me.
We see the thing about that though, is that was in a different movie in the same franchise, so it doesn't really follow into the next movie.
Oh God, Sony, stop.
Maybe... No, this might be good. This might be how we end the Sony Cinematic Universe. Just have Vulture destroy everything.
What's with
But
Michael
great.
Keaton getting ripped out of universes? You know what I mean? What's with Michael Keaton getting ripped out of his own universe to go to some
Do you know what I
absolute
find
shit show?
funny about this whole thing?
Go on then.
Michael Keaton probably doesn't give a shit.
No, he doesn't. He's like, as long
He's
as I
probably
get
just
my
like, I'm
money.
getting paid.
He honestly just wants to be Batman, I'm pretty sure.
Because he has said recently, like, someone asked him, have you ever finished a Marvel or DC movie? And his response was,
He's like, no, no, no.
no, his response was, I don't have time for that shit. It's literally his response.
Bro, Sony really be building up the shitter 6.
I don't know how we go from, like, all the DC stuff straight to just shitting on Sony, which amuses me anyways. I just don't know how we do that.
Well, do you know what doesn't make sense even more? We're building up the Sinister Six to fight Spider-Man. But so far, all of the Sinister Six
They're not
are
even
good people.
They're not even sinister, and they have no beef for Spider-Man.
They're the wholesome Six. That's who they are.
They're the alright Six.
Like,
They're alright.
guys,
Like, is the
the-
Sony
the-
Spider-Man
really-
going to be evil?
they really be building up like the worst fucking team of all time. El Huerto, Morbius,
Oh, actually,
Vulture.
shut
Yeah,
the
it's not even-
fuck
it's not like-
up.
Craven the Hunter.
Yeah, it's not even like they're building up a good version of Sinister Six.
Makes me want to
either.
gargle on my own face. Oh, we're going on topic
Gargle,
anyways,
yeah,
but that was funny. But yeah, it's so disappointing to see Batgirl and just all the other Warner Brothers stuff that has been cancelled. Just big props to all the creators. I've seen that Kevin Feige reached out to the Batgirl director saying like, oh, we're
Yeah.
on hearts with you, which I think is really good of him. It's just, DC, please get your shit together. It's just really
Kevin
sad.
Feige has been like, hey, you want to come over here? Got space?
Loads of space. We've got the next 16 years planned out. Get your ass over here. But
You
yeah.
know what? I also
You
found it
watch.
funny.
You watch. It'll be the year like 2070, and the first Justice League movie will be released.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like our director's cut will be released like 2 years after.
Yeah, which has an extra 10 minutes.
Also, okay, before we kind of wrap up this topic and move on to the next one, right? I bet Warner Bros. Is like, finally we can kind of just put a rest to hashtag release the Snyder Cut. We'll deal with hashtag restore the Snyderverse because that's just not going to happen. Hashtag release Batgirl. Oh, for fuck's sake! I bet that's what they're dealing with right now. And meanwhile,
Yeah, they keep making these hashtags come, man.
meanwhile
Also-
Marvel's like, yeah, go on.
Do you know when there's a reveal of that kind of slate for profitable franchises?
Yeah,
Did you see the 90 Day Fiancé Cinematic Universe on there?
I've never heard
What?
of that before.
Did you not see it?
No.
It was like, they had like, in like a row, there was Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, 90 Day Fiancé Cinematic Universe. I'm like, what? You could probably find it if you like look it up, but it was so bizarre.
Yeah, it's fucking bonkers.
Yeah, but I think overall it's just really sad that the whole Batgirl situation's even happened because those poor directors, the poor cast, Leslie Grace, you could tell she was so excited for it. You could tell it's just such a shame. But yeah.
Also, this might make it so that other directors and actors will be very hesitant to work with Warner Brothers.
Those
now they
directors
know,
as well.
Yeah, now they know that if they make a movie that's like basically done, it can just get shelved.
Yeah.
For money reasons.
It's really disappointing. But yeah, it's rest in peace, Batgirl. Hopefully we'll see you one day. But I think
hashtag release the Batgirl cut.
Hashtag just release Batgirl in general. Hashtag just release it.
They're holding a prisoner.
Oh, I really wanted that.
What did you say?
They're not holding Leslie Grace prisoner, Robert. That's not how it works.
We don't know.
That's not. No, I think we do know.
For me, we don't really know that, do we?
Dude, it's Warner Brothers. They're hiring criminals. we don't know, do we? We really don't know. Right. Okay.
Oh my god! I just realised.
Oh, what? Go on, now. We need to move on. But what are you saying?
Warner Brothers hired someone in Sony to make it shit. They use big money to go, hey, turn your whole universe into a pile of shit.
Right, we need to move on. Right, have we got anything else to say about anything?
Well, I was gonna
Sandman
say,
good.
I haven't watched Sandman yet.
I have.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm
No.
telling you now.
Should we? Okay, hang on. I've got an idea, but should we leave it for another podcast?
What's that?
The Batman 2 pitch ideas.
Oh,
Probably
let's do
leave that
that.
for one of
Let's do that. Let's do that. That'd be great.
Okay. Can I start with mine? Can I start with mine?
Well, what, we're doing that now, or?
Oh wait. Oh, do you want to do it now, or?
I think we should do it for its own episode. Because this is getting long anyway.
Yeah, I
This
was
is
gonna
almost
say.
an hour.
I was gonna say, it must be incredibly fucking long.
I know. I'm going through every single one's pitch. Fucking hell, we'll be here by like, what, tomorrow? It's almost tomorrow in my time zone. It's only an hour and a half until it's tomorrow anyways.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because I know how much Jaden loves the Batman. I know his pitch is going to be incredibly detailed and long, which I'm not saying I don't want to hear it. I'm just saying...
Well, hang on. I don't know about extremely detailed and long.
What should be like the Batman 2? The Batman fights Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze then sets up the next Batman movie. What do you think? I've got some notes.
What? Jokes on you. Jokes on you. It doesn't have Mr. Freeze in it.
Ah, shit. Oh, that was that was essentially basically my pitch anyways. Because at the minute I just want Mr. Freeze, and if I were to tell you what I'd want in that movie, it would just be that, because I don't know at the minute. That would just be my pitch.
I just want to say something to tease it.
I
Tease
got
it for the next time. Giancarlo Esposito as Hugo Strange. As Hugo Strange.
Oh, Hugo. Hugo
or-
Strange.
That's a good little one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robert, should we do that next time? Batman pitch? That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for listening. We'll be back next week with the Batman 2 pitch ideas, which is Jaden's idea, and we'll see you all on the next one. See you later.